come on. Now you know what you've done wrong. Oh, let's see. Oh, here's some chalk. Take this and write, I will do my lessons as many times as possible. Go on now. Now, for some reason, you refuse to read this book which I have assigned. And it's so good, I just don't understand it. Now, if you're having trouble, you can come after school and I will help you. I promise I'll be here. My name is Miss Elsie, in case you forgot. I'm the new teacher here, so I would understand that. But Miss Arletta told me that you're a good student and that you care about your work, and, well, I just hope that hasn't changed. Oh, here, let's clean this up. You don't need anyone else to know. I try not to be too strict. I do hope you understand. All right, let's go back. Come on now.
Finally! Hello! You do certainly like to keep a man waiting, but of course, because you've kept me waiting so long, it's time to get directly to business. So, as you're probably well aware, we've been raiding the homes of Mexican families in the area so as to put their jobs in the hands of more trustworthy citizens. So that's actually why I've called you here. I need you to be my eyes. Please study this very, very carefully. If you see anyone, man, woman, child, with this notice, please inform me immediately. It is very important that you do so immediately. But, of course, I cannot pay you. I can't even offer you a favor, but just know that you are doing something very, very helpful to every man, woman, child, every needy, trustworthy American citizen that needs these jobs. Now, if you excuse me, I have business to attend to.
Here's my workshop. To me, it resembles more of a shithole, but I guess it's cozy. So, I'm guessing you want to learn a little bit more about me, other than I'm a grumpy mentor with one hand. So, here we go. As you know, I'm Charles Castler Jr. I've been hired by the Workers' Progress Administration to make a mural for this lovely new building. Apparently, Roosevelt and his WPA sons of bitches still give a shit about art, so they sent you to observe my process, whatever the hell that is. So, lucky for you, you get to see this refined Princeton and Chicago art grad slave over a 75 by 15-foot wall with one hand. Should be a hell of an inspiration, I reckon. Now, I make frescoes, so instead of just painting the wall, what I do is I mix color into plaster so that when it dries, it actually becomes a part of the wall. If I'm going to be working this damn hard, might as well have it last a while, right? So the piece they're wanting me to make is about the history of this territory, so I figure of calling it Pastoral California. Real creative, right? But that's the problem. I've been reading up on this place, and I still have no idea what the hell to do. I feel like there's something more than just orange groves. Maybe it's just the romantic in me, but I feel like there's something beyond just the nature and manifest destiny of it all, you know? Something honest and true. The real history of this place. But whatever that is, it sure as hell isn't in the books they gave me.
This is the auditorium's new Wurlitzer organ. Blake, this is my lovely wife Edna. Edna, this is my buddy Blake. Mind playing something for us real quick? He's really talented, he really is. Actually, this organ belonged to the Chapman family until Charles decided to donate it to the Fox Theater. But actually, it was too big to fit into the theater, so he decided to donate it to the school district, and that's how we ended up with it. Our architect actually designed this entire place just so we could fit this big thing. So in a way, this auditorium is all based around this organ. It's about 15 years old, it's young, and we hope it sticks around for a little bit. Let's get going. Thank you, Blake.
My donuts. The casting crew said that they would leave them out for me, but I mean, they haven't been doing it lately. kind of get nervous. Get mad when they don't give me the donuts that they promised they would. You're my favorite. I'm sorry for this mess.
Nervous? Yeah, I get that. The best thing to do is just sit back, relax, and find some way to divert your attention for a little bit. Maybe work on that crossword? I don't know, it always helps me. 8 down ginger, I think. It's my best bet. Now look, I know it's all daunting right now. First day teaching at a big high school, but let me tell you, you've got a principal who wants nothing more than for you to succeed. I mean, really, this school is Mr. Plummer's life. He lives, and he breathes, and he thinks about this school, and that's it. That's all he does. That's who he is. 33 down age, I think. You hear that? Class is about to start. Let's get you going. Oh, and one more thing. Good luck.
You must be the new volunteer. Great, this is so great. Thank you so much for coming. All right, I've only got a few minutes before I have to run off to a meeting, but you can see part of what we've uncovered already here. It's crazy, right? They just painted right over this. I mean, to take a paintbrush to this beautiful piece of art, it's an act of criminal stupidity. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, let's begin. So, what you do is you take your toothbrush and this little water and acetate cocktail we got here, and you just start scrubbing. Little circles just like this with your brush. The beige paint will eventually come off, but the fresco underneath is safe because the artist actually mixed the color directly onto wet lime plaster. So the painting's actually part of the wall. Cool, huh? Go ahead, grab a brush. Pick one. Yeah, looks good. Why don't you help me with this area right here, and I'll just step to the side. Yeah, looks good. I find what's best is if you do smaller circles, it turns out to be a little more effective, but I know big circles seem more efficient, but you know, whatever works for you. It's incredible, really, just how many volunteers we've gotten, and everyone gets their own square to work on. And it's really great seeing the community come together. I feel like it's important for people to be informed and involved in the history of the place that they're living in. And the Conserve Art people from LA have been super great. I just can't believe they painted right over this. I mean, so soon after it was finished. Why would you do that? I've been interviewing families and children from the school board of the 1930s. So the children of the people who made the decision, surely they must have discussed it at home. No one seems to really remember. Something about lurid and grotesque figures. Honestly, I don't think they liked how very Mexican it is. I know. There's a lot of racial stuff happening in Fullerton history that no one really talks about. I mean, like, did you know that Louis Plummer was part of the KKK? I know, right? I mean, I think it was more of a prohibition thing, if anything, but anyway, back to the mural. Oh, there's just so much fascinating stuff in here. I'm sorry, I get a little excited. I'm kind of obsessed with local history. I mean, like, it's 1997, and this thing has been covered up since 1939. What a waste. And there's so many random little things I have questions about too. Not just why they covered it up. For example, this woman figure here that we're working on. So Kassler, list this one, Kassler, that's the name of the artist who did this whole thing, Kassler. And he only had one hand. Did you know that? I mean, he did this entire wall with just one hand. It's beautiful. Anyway, so Kassler lists this woman in a blue gown singing to Pio Pico right here as Laura Moya, famous Spanish singer. So of course I do my research and I have searched everywhere. There are no records of a Laura Moya at the time, let alone some famous singer. But it's also well known that Kassler used his second wife to, well, actually she was more of his mistress at the time, Luisa Espinel, famous Spanish singer who was actually the aunt of Linda Ronstadt. Kind of cool, huh? Anyway, so Kassler used his second wife to pose for this Laura Moya figure. So my theory is that he used Laura Moya sort of as a cover for the fact that he painted his girlfriend into this fresco that was funded by the US government for the WPR program. Kind of cool, huh? I mean, what a crazy story. Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry, I totally lost track of time. I have to run down to City Hall for a meeting about the Fox Theater being restored. I told you I was kind of obsessed with history. I'll take your brush, yeah. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate all the help. I mean, as you can see, there's still some more stuff to uncover, but if you'd like, you could come back next Saturday. I mean, we'll still be here. It'll probably take about another month or so to finish this thing up, but if you have any questions at all, they have my number up front, and don't be afraid to contact me. But hopefully we'll see you Saturday. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
In here. Come, no one will see you in here. Shh. One sip and everything will be better. All your worries will go away. Mine did. Join me here. There, that's it. Doesn't everything feel so much better? Quickly, before someone hears us. And tell no one.
Thank you for coming. Please have a seat. Have you seen the papers? No? We'll take a look. Barnum once said that a sucker was born every minute, said District Attorney Alexander Nelson. But when we look at the Klan, we are constrained to think that Barnum's estimate was extremely conservative. Not enough for you? I'll keep reading. Such organizations were responsible for religious persecutions and wars during the Middle Ages. And such organizations have always paved the way for bloodshed, riot, and anarchy. Can you believe this? District Attorney Nelson? He's painting us all out to be cross-burners and fools. How are you not more upset by this? He's got every one of our names on a list. Do you understand? Every Klan member will be outed, and he's turning the tide of public opinion against us. Listen, I know and feel certain that there are many members of the Klan who do not support nor would sanction mob violence. But whatever their personal feelings or principles may be in this regard, they do associate themselves with an organization that does support mob violence and does put out threatening letters. You were a fool to light that cross on the Catholic man's lawn. I mean it. This was supposed to be an organization keeping prohibition the law in Fullerton, keeping students and their families in church and in sobriety, not anonymously scaring them and burning their property. Of course, some of the actions by the clan in the south are distasteful, but that's not what I signed up for. It's worth overlooking some wrongs for the greater good, isn't it? Isn't it? You've been gone too long. Please follow me.